because we have yet another Superman to add to the list. However, this one is not surprising. If anything, it just feels super, super late to the party because it feels like we've been talking about Michael B. Jordan attached to a Superman project of some kind for years now. I remember I was working at Universal Studios in 2017 when these rumors first started coming up that Michael B. Jordan might be attached, or Warner Bros. Wanted him to be a Superman. And that was 4 years ago now. So this is nothing new, but the stories coming out are that Michael B. Jordan's production company is eyeing a limited series about Val Zod Superman. So for those that don't know, Val Zod is an Elseworlds version of Superman where he's black and he's, I believe he's one of the other people that survived the Kryptonian destruction. So you had Superman, Supergirl, and Val Zod was retconned to be one of the other survivors. And he's basically the Superman of his Earth. Now there's not confirmed yet, but it is believed that Michael B. Jordan, as well as executive producing the show, might be starring as the titular Man of Steel. This is not surprising to me in the slightest. Now, we've talked about before that this will be a side piece and not at all connected to the other Black Superman project that Warner Brothers is working on, with J.J. Abrams serving as producer on that. To which I'm just going, cool, but if we've got, like, all these Supermans going at once, is Henry not allowed to be at least one of these? I did think it was interesting that Michael B. Jordan, supposedly, now he has not himself come out and said anything about this project officially yet, I don't believe, but it's implied that he wants this character of Val Zod, because he's just like, I want to do a character that is already a black character pre-existing in comics and not race-bending a character that already exists. To which we've talked about this before. We don't have an issue of Superman being black in this new J.J. Abrams one. That's totally fine. We think there's a perfectly good Superman right at your feet with Henry Cavill. But if the director and writer, whoever they want to be attached to this, have a specific story in mind, cool. Superman doesn't have to be white, doesn't have to be black, whatever. But I think it is easier if it's just a new character. I think this to me is off to a better start than the Black Superman movie, because I think they've been working on this for longer. At least that's my impression of this. Plus, Michael B. Jordan already attached to this. I feel like he's been in talks for this for years now, whereas the JJ thing just kind of popped up. And maybe it's just me. This feels a whole lot less damage control and blatantly a PR move than the Superman movie thing does. Do you see that any differently, Josh, or am I just kind of stretching a little bit with that?
No, a little bit, but for me, I definitely see this more as a confusing move, because like you said, like, do any of these Superman get to be Henry Cavill? But because at some point, like, if only Superman, if the only Superman is that's on, like, screen right now, and they're both black, I gotta be careful with how I say that. But
I think what you mean is if neither, one of them is Clark, but one of them is somebody else. Like, I'm fine with other interpretations of Superman, so long as we still have a traditional Clark in our back pocket somewhere.
I think it's gonna be confusing, and this is only I'm trying to make sure that what I'm saying here is I don't want to confuse the mainstream movie-going audience that just because they're both black in the HBO Max series and in the new movie, it doesn't mean they're this exact same character. I think that's what I think is going to get confusing, in that we've got multiple characters. But maybe not, because people have been kind of accepting the Marvel's multiverse thing already. So I don't know honestly how to feel about this. Like you said, I thought this was already a thing, And truthfully, it took a little bit of reminding myself that this is not the movie with J.J. Abrams. It was one of those
Yeah,
like,
this is
oh, okay,
something
so they
separate.
just they just made it a TV show. But yeah, like
This
I don't know how to feel about this.
this is weird because they were very clear that this is a limited series. So kind of like a WandaVision type
Yeah,
of like it'll be 6 episodes only on HBO Max. Going, oh, okay, this is kind of an odd decision unless Michael B. Jordan feels like he has a clear story start to finish with this character, which
yeah.
is fine. It does make me a little sad of I was curious to see if they casted him as the new Superman in the movie that they're going for, but now he'll be on this other thing instead, which kind of, at least still in my mind, goes, okay, if we're getting a black Superman, can it please be Jonathan Majors? That still leaves the door open a
Yes.
little bit because that man could pull off both Clark Kent and Superman, I think, because he's got the nice,
Hmm.
calm guy demeanor, as we, spoiler alert, saw in Loki. But for those that have seen him in Lovecraft Country, that man is like always like Chris Evans of wearing a shirt that's too small for him because he's jacked out of his mind. I do worry about it getting a little convoluted here if we're getting so many different incarnations at the same time. And I've worried about this with Batman too lately. We know we're getting at least two Batmans in the Flash movie. We're getting Battinson coming. I'm all for more of a great thing, but what's the classic line from The Incredibles? If everyone's special, no one is. If there's Batman everywhere, if there's Superman everywhere, what's going to make them special every single time? The uniqueness goes away. Now, Superman for a while there was underutilized in my mind from a film standpoint. You had the four Christopher Reeves movies, then nothing. Then Superman Returns, then nothing. Then Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, and then really nothing. Now, all of a sudden, WB is just like, we need all the Superman all the time, every incarnation we possibly can. I'm just going, what's with this 180 degrees, but yet you're neglecting the thing that people actually want? I'm not saying people don't want this. I am in favor of Michael B. Jordan as Val Zod. I think that would be a really, really cool choice, and I think an HBO Max limited series would be a good stomping ground for this project to take place in. And I keep harping on it, but why do we keep neglecting the Henry Cavill thing? Like, I know I'm sounding like wishy-washy on this of too much is a bad thing, but at the same time, you can do a lot of a specific thing so long as you're doing it differently and doing it well. And one of those things is Henry Cavill. And not me wanting that. It's, you're basically screwing this poor guy over. Of like, think of it like a roller coaster. This Henry Cavill has been waiting in line, whereas these two other guys have fast passes. These two new Supermans. I'm just like, let's all get on the ride, but let's also look at what we have here. Like, I don't know. It's like they want to do every route but what people want. And again, not saying people don't want this. I just don't understand the rationale from WB's perspective. Like, then again, maybe this is not a him thing, but it's like, well, we've got to have Michael B. Jordan's project because we want him in our corner, but also we still want to do this other thing because we got to make JJ happy because JJ just signed that big deal.
I don't get it.
And in the process, we screw over Henry Cavill. Any other thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I don't know how to feel, man.
Just
I just
period.
don't
You just
know.
don't know how to feel.
I think I don't know how to feel about it. And that's unfortunate because I should be really excited for Michael B. Jordan playing Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.